Oops, I just realized I didn't add my audio. Ciao. Thank you, my small space. Oh, Lord. Let me start over my thing here. That's so funny. I forgot to click myself in. Thank you. Thank you for sharing, Chocolate Bay. Hey, Ben Stinker. Happy Friday. Woo, the Chocolate Bay. Thank you for sharing the video, love. So I actually had said that and realized that my silly ass hadn't even put myself up on the screen. Hey, Zion Movements. Big up. Happy Friday. Child had to get it together. Yes. I'm so glad my small space said that, child. I didn't even realize. How y'all feeling today? Hey, Peace Love. How you doing? Happy Friday. Hey, you guys, Peace Love is going to be going live. It's 6 o'clock my time, so Central Standard Time. And she is going to be interviewing Miss T. Trisha. So check her out. It's still Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And so I believe that's what the interview is going to be about. So check them out. Okay. I'm going to be there, but I might be a little late. Or I might dip on the replay, but I'll definitely be there. It's good to see y'all. I've missed y'all. I haven't gone live in a little bit. Just a quick little after work live. Hey, Sticks Girl. Happy Friday. That's another content creator. She does very positive content. Check her out, Sticks Girl. And my small space, she comes through with the she does a lot of placements, like arrangements, table arrangements, and sometimes she'll show food that she's cooking. So if you want to check out some good stuff, check them out. All right, all right, all right. Happy Friday, loves. I hope everybody's doing okay. I hope your week. Oh, Binge. Okay, so Binge, you know what's crazy? After I responded to your other email, I didn't see anything else. And I kept wondering, I was like, I thought Binge was going to respond. You know what? Let me check it again because I swear I didn't see anything after I sent the other one. Hey, Clyde Bussin, happy Friday. So I'm so sorry, love. I'm bad with email, but I'm not that bad. So I'm gonna check it again and make sure that I didn't miss anything. But the last time I looked at it, I didn't see anything. So my apologies. I will look into it again. Oh, you're welcome, love. You are welcome. All right. So I wanted to talk about a little something today. I had some things on my mind. And we're just gonna talk about it in generalities, okay? Just a few things. Let me see if I get my notes up here. All right. Let's see. Because this is a lot of stuff that I see, and I just want to give my 2 cents. Can I get 40% off? Chocolate Bay, you're a trip. Oh my gosh, yeah, Chocolate Bay, he be killing me. But yeah, okay. So I have a couple disclaimers. Let me see. Okay, I have not been on camera in a while, so hopefully I'm not awkward because I'm so used to just recording my videos. So, guys, I've been seeing a lot of stuff, and I'm very, very confused. I'm very confused about what I'm seeing, and I just wanted to give my 2 cents about things. The first thing that I want to say, I have a couple disclaimers, okay? My first disclaimer is under no circumstances in this video am I defending or caping for any racist, okay? Thank you, peace, love. Thank you, love. I am not caping for anybody who is racist at all, okay? And we're going to get into what I think racist actions are and things like that. At no point will I be defending anything like that if I actually think somebody's being racist. Okay. My second disclaimer, okay, is that I notice a lot of people, I don't even want to say a lot of black people, but a lot of black people that I've been exposed to, um, it not in my real life, but online, I've noticed there's a hatred for biracial people. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but I notice it and it bothers me. Okay. Now, there are people who are biracial and they don't claim both sides or however many sides that they have. And I can understand people being frustrated at them. But I've seen people telling people how they should identify who they are. They don't belong to our group, different things like that. And I find that very disturbing. I find it very, very disturbing because oftentimes those people have a lot of struggles identifying with any group anyway. Okay. If they're trying to identify with somebody. And then I also think of, but when it's convenient, thank you, Binge. Yeah, it really makes me mad. It really makes me mad. It's ignorant. But when it's convenient, you have people like, for example, I love the Obamas. I don't care what nobody say about the Obamas. Can't nobody tell me shit, okay? I love me some Obamas. And many people know, Barack Obama is biracial. How many times did we hear that in his presidency, though? That he is a biracial man. No, you hear people say that's the first black president. Okay, he is the one and only black president. Blackity, black, black, black. We hear a lot about is it his dad that's Kenyan? And I think his mom is white. Okay. Thank you, Clive Buston. You know what? It's because I'm coming straight from work. Usually I'll be like in the morning, I'm like, oh, I'm not even ready yet and stuff. So thank you guys. This is encouraging because I'd be lazy. But you don't hear that a lot about the people that we like, the people we want to identify with. You didn't hear that about Barack Obama. Okay. Matter of fact, people would get mad if people would be like, well, actually, he's the first biracial president, right? People would be mad. So how is it that we get to tell people who they are and how to identify? So those are the two pieces that I want to touch on today because I just see a lot of things that irritate my soul. Get some water. But to start things off, I already did my disclaimers. So nobody come up in my chat talking about saying, you're caping for the racist. Never that, okay? And, let's just get into it. Okay. So first things first, I don't want to hear anything from anybody in the Black community who don't typically speak out about Black issues, Black things, the way we're affected by racism, marginalization. You pick any of that stuff. 9 out of 12 months of the years, these people are doing all kinds of F-ish, tearing other Black people down, finding ways to destroy people trying to make a dollar, whether it's a business or whatever it is. Okay. Falsely calling CPS on people. And I know people are going to be like, but you called CPS on da-da-da-da. Yes, I did. And I'm a mandated reporter. I'm talking about people who are calling CPS because they're mad at somebody or because they want to make somebody's life a living hell. Those are different motivations, right? So we have a subset of people from the Black community who's literally doing this F-ish not 24/7. I'm going to give them 9 out of the 12 months of the year, which is pretty generous. Because even Black History Month this year, if you were paying attention, you would see that they were doing a lot of stuff in Black History Month, still tearing people down, right? I know y'all seen it. So how is it that these people who don't have anything on their channels related to the Black struggle, anything related to Black people, apart from strife and animosity, okay, all of a sudden they are, big, Black, and powerful, and I'm all for Black people, and the white man is trying to get me, and biracial people are the devil, and just all kinds of crazy stuff. That's one piece. Now let's get into the next piece that's really going to make people mad. The next piece I see is there was a resident racist, or is a resident racist in the red meat sector. Okay. I have not witnessed many content creators calling this person out. That's number one. There's a lot of us who did, but there's not a lot of people who do. But you know what I did see? I have a list of at least 4 to 5 people. When this man would attack different people, their jobs, their profession, their whatever, the way they make money, their families, This man has done a lot of things, okay? And he has used the N-word, he has belittled us. I've seen at least 4 to 5 different Black people join forces with this person in efforts to take down other Black people, to, degrade other Black people, okay? And in fact, when I would see this person going at other people, I'm gonna give you a story, okay? This is back when me and Seven Stars did not get along. Okay, we had a little beef at one point, and I remember I didn't like her ass then, and I remember the resident racist was doing all kinds of heinous things. He was threatening to call the investigator, just horrible things. And I remember getting mad. And I know to a lot of people, they'd be like, well, girl, why are you getting mad? You know, she disrespected you. She did all this stuff. To me, that is true love for your people. If you really love your people, whether you like them or not, whether you're going through it or not, you're not going to cheer when you see somebody else going through it. But you can't be selective. It can't just be the people you like. You feel me? And so I saw this person going through it, and I'm like, oh, this is really fucked up. And, at the time, I don't think she had a lot of allies and stuff. And I was legit pissed about this. And I was like, this is wrong. It infuriated me. And, a lot of people didn't really care. And so I find it interesting that those same people who have joined forces with this person is now screaming racism and all this other stuff when, like I said, most times out of the year, they don't give a shit about Black people. Their content is tearing down and degrading other Black people. Their content is ruining people's lives. Their content is, how can I take $1 out of so-and-so's pocket? They're not uplifting the community. They're not talking about anything that has to do with struggles and racism. They're not contributing to the conversation, okay? In fact, when I would do those videos, or other content creators do those videos get low views. You know what I'm saying? And now we have people who've been doing this shit all motherfucking year turn around and say, oh, yeah, oh, they're teaming up with the racist who is a biracial woman, by the way. That's why she's racist, because she's biracial. And she's fair skinned. So I'm very confused. I'm very confused. And I think for a group of people who have proven time and time again that they don't care about anybody else that looks like them. They don't care about that person's struggle. They don't. You can't convince me. You can't convince me that now all of a sudden you're a Black Panther out here. Okay. You are just team blackity black, black, black. You're not. You're not. Those same people who are defending a specific person have watched that specific person call all kinds of people. Okay, they've called people's schools, people's mamas, people's residents. But now that person is under a racial attack. Do y'all see what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand some of these arguments, because I've witnessed the destruction of a lot of Black people by other Black people. I've said before, I have thought about, before I really saw what people were like on here in the community, I'm not going to say just the red meat sector. Before I saw that, I actually had hopes of like, oh, I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm going to give away 3 free sessions. Like, that's the type of stuff that I'd be on, because I like to give back to my community. I like to give back to people. And when I saw how people revel in trying to ruin other people's careers, I was like, oh, hell to the fucking no. Because you're literally going to sign up for this giveaway just so you can get my information and then try to take my shit down. Hell no. And that's the thing. Like, even selling things, I'm like, I have things that I can sell. Do I want to introduce it to, well, now I can, because I'm getting the fuck away from certain people. But do you know what I'm saying? Like, when you see what people go through on here, when you see what other Black people, we're not even touching on racist white people yet, what other Black people have done to other Black people on here, that is not addressed, that's not remedied, okay? And then they have the nerve to turn around and pretend like they care. I've seen somebody a few months ago, okay? They got into it with another black person, and they started calling them all kinds of, what was it? Monkeys and shit. They were saying a whole bunch of ridiculous, colorist, racist things, right? These are two black people. And, it devolved pretty quickly. And then I said to myself, then the person switched around. Somebody else from a different sector started to attack that person, the one that was being bullied. And then the bully decided, oh, well, no, now I'm going to cape for this person because we're from the same sector. Never mind that you're both black and you have beautiful chocolate skin. Never mind that. Oh, we're from the same sector, which is a subset of the internet, right? It's not even like a real thing. It doesn't have a physical location. There's nothing tangible about it. They decided that they were going to stop making their colorist remarks, calling the person monkeys, and defend them all because they were from the same sector. I don't understand that. Why were those type of insults leaving your mouth in the first place? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the shit that I'm talking about, where a lot of black people, like, I don't know about, well, I do know. Some of y'all I do know, and I know y'all ride for black people in real life. If you're really from the black community, a lot of us love being black. A lot of us love supporting other black people. And when I see the things that people do to each other on here, it is so discouraging. It is so discouraging, especially since they're kind of like, I can't think of the word, but they're all kind of huddled together in like one little place. It makes it look like a dark world. It makes things look very dark and scary. Like, well, damn, are there any black people who have each other's backs? For as problematic as we're going to say racist Asian people, because not all Asian people treat the black community with disrespect, but we know there's a long history of tension between, a large subset of the Asian population and black people. And, for as problematic as some of those things are, look at them Asian people. They stick together. Okay. If they have a business, they're supporting each other's businesses. Okay. They're banding together as family, just as a people to get by. Same thing with, some Latin Americans or Central Americans or whatever, South Americans, they stick together. And I'm not saying there's not strife in other communities, but I think, hey, Joanna, I think, yeah, it's very destructive. I think that one of our biggest issues as Black people is that we just are obsessed with tearing each other down. And not all of us, but we're obsessed with destroying each other. And that's why it's so hard, in addition to racism and all the other years of fuckery that we have to go through, that we've gone through, and that we're still going through. The next layer is we do it to each other, right? We do it to ourselves, and we don't want to see other people succeed. And it's very disturbing. It's very, very disturbing. Every time a business pops up on here, well, not everywhere, but in that particular sector of YouTube, people find ways to tear down people who come up with business ideas. People who come out here and be like, oh, I got my own business, or I'm doing this. I notice, like clockwork, people will find a way to attack those people. It's very disgusting. Very, very disgusting. There's people who, how can I say this? There's people who I've helped, even if I didn't offer my services to them. There are people who I've helped and have turned around and have come on YouTube. You'll never know who it is, and have said shit, not realizing they don't know who I am. And I'm thinking, like, I could have billed you $400 for my time. Do you realize that? Like, I make over $100 per 50 minutes. So you're sitting up here saying fake this and fake that. It's like, people are just, even when you help people, they turn around and shit on you. It's not just, other content creators and things like that. It's like, yo, are you serious? Are you serious? There's so many ways people find to screw each other over. So I don't want to hear any arguments about, oh, it's racism, and if oh, it's because she's black. No, how about it's because you committed a fucking crime? How about you did something wrong and karma caught up to you? How about you've done a lot of fucked up shit to people for years? You had so many years to correct your behavior and you didn't. How about it's the karmic wheel landing on your ass and now you're in trouble? Okay, so I don't understand. I'm going to read some of these comments. So Clyde Buston said, my experience has been my family and friends that are biracial self-identify according to one, the era they were born and or if the cultural connections on either side. And that's very true, Clyde. That's true. It depends on when people grew up. I echo how they choose to identify. Absolutely. I don't think I get to tell people how they identify. And I think that is one of the things that's problematic with some people in the Black community. We want to tell people, oh, well, no, you look like this, so you're Black. Oh, you look like this, so you're white. Like what? It's so crazy to me. I can say I think many of these things happened before I was aware of the red meat sector, or I didn't know what was going on. Yes, that's very true, Clyde Busson. Yeah, it's destructive as hell. Hey, Joanna. Americans are spoiled. You know what? It's a lot of the Western world we're spoiled. A lot of us. What's the chocolate? Oh, she's saying hi. Sorry. Clyde Buston said, Biden and his administration about to make many Latinx members some ballers and shot callers. I saw that, and I'm not gonna lie. I was like, the fuck? We didn't get no reparations, and I'm not entitled to reparations because I'm born in a whole nother country, but I would get reparations from the British Crown. Child, I said, wait, what? I saw that today. $450 per person that was separated at the border. No comment. I'm still processing that. Where are they getting this money from? I do think these people need to be. I can't even talk right now because I do think they need to get some type of money and need to be set up for the way the government did them. But child, anyway, I call it slave imprinting. Still at work. Woo, fire. Binge, I agree, sis. The cultural infighting. Yep, I agree. Well said. Hey, Views of You. Thank you for being here. Hey, Alfreda. Do I see cloud? Oh, yes. Thank you so much. Yes, please thumbs up the video. I forget to say that stuff, guys. I'm the worst. And if you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Okay. I love it. People showing each other love in the comments. It's ridiculous. And so it's just, when I see all of this stuff, I just have questions that like, what is happening the rest of the year when you're attacking each other? When you're cussing each other's kids out? When you're wishing for rape on other people's kids? But all of a sudden, you're young Pharaoh. All of a sudden, you're Malcolm X. You're Medgar Evans. If you don't get the fuck out of my face with that bullshit, I'm like, you can't even contribute to a conversation that doesn't involve conflict with somebody else. That's literally your life 24/7. When have you talked on your channel about the issues that are affecting Black people? And some of us do. I'm not talking about everybody. Some of us do. Thank you, Reed. Some of us do. But when are you doing that? And then you turn around and try to pretend like you care. You're the same person who has wished all types of heinous, horrible things on people's children. And then you have the nerve to come out here talk about this white lady. Oh, like when I hear that shit, it really, really makes me mad. Because that's how people try to discredit you. People try to do things to discredit who you are and what you're saying. And that is a tactic. Oh, this white lady. What? That's crazy. What about, this white man, the actual dude who's literally wreaking chaos in people's lives, who's literally fucked up people's lives? Hey, OTS, like, are you serious? I don't understand. Like, people, this is what I'm saying. Show me a content creator who has actually came out and defended iBabe, okay? Other people, show me that video. I don't want to hear from the same people who talk about she's racist just because she doesn't look like me and she's light skinned. And they don't even want to admit. I seen mad people in the chat the other day. Whose chat was I in? I forget. They didn't even want to respect the fact that Lee Q is biracial. They keep calling her the white lady. Like, that is so infuriating to me. I told you this story about, I might have said it before. I had to, for the first time in my career, I actually had to drop a client because they were being disrespectful. They wanted to refer to me as, I forget what it was. They said something. I don't know if they said dark, and I was trying to educate them on, well, actually, it's Black, African American, Jamaican. Like, I gave them mad options. And they were basically, and I'm not even, hey, Harley Q, basically we're like, well, I'm going to call you whatever I want to call you. That's pretty much what she said. So I thought about it, and then I went and I was like, oh, hell no. No, I don't have to put up with this. Hey, Willie Rosado. I was like, so you're sitting, and this person was white. I'm like, you're sitting up here telling me I just told you what is appropriate to refer to me as a people group. And you're literally sitting up there telling me you're going to call me whatever the F you want to call me. Oh, no, you got to go. And they did. Okay. And so it's the same thing. Like, you can't tell people how to identify. You're not these people. It's the same thing with people who have different pronouns, right? Like, I can't decide what my client's pronoun is going to be. If they say, thanks, OTS, if they say I want to be they, them, even though I struggle and I forget and I mess up and might say he or she, that's what they want to be referred to as they, them. So we can't go telling people, well, you look like a woman, so I'm going to say she and he. I'm going to call you whatever the fuck I want to call. Like, that's ignorant. It's the same thing. This person is half white and half Black. Okay? You can't tell people who they are. And you can't say they're racist just because you've decided, well, you look white, so you got to be white. I would have literally had a blackout moment. Zion movements. Listen, I'm on my best behavior. Okay, right now when I'm telling the story. Yeah, it was that client really fucked me up. Like, when I tell you, I don't know how I like got through that session without, I just couldn't believe this person had the audacity. And there's so much more I could say, but I can't, right? I was so mad, and I was prepared. I mean, actually now I just work for myself. So I would never have to jump through those hoops again. I actually had, hey, Miss Venus, big up to Miss Venus. I would never have to jump through those hoops again. It was earlier this year. I was still working for part-time for myself and part-time for an agency. And I had to talk to my supervisor like, hey, I don't want to see this client anymore. I've never had to do this. How do I do this, like, appropriately? And I made it clear, look, I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. Like, I'm telling you, I'm no longer going to see this person. Sometimes you have to set those type of boundaries where you no longer give people access to your life. If people are bent on disrespecting you, cut them the F off. If they're telling you, this is what I'm going to do, when you're telling them, this makes me uncomfortable, this is not okay, this is not acceptable, just cut them off. You've tried. If you tried, cut their ass off, okay? Because some people are ignorant and they're going to stay ignorant. Joanna, that heifer got generic. Boom, boom. I got to update it for free. Who y'all talking about? Oh, Lord of mercy. Oh, my gosh. It's just crazy. It's crazy to me. Yeah, you got to cut them off. Like, don't waste your time with certain people. Certain people are determined to be ignorant. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. When I saw people saying certain things, guys, because y'all know I can handle different opinions, but I've been on my block ministry recently. I've been heavy on the block ministry, and I may not even be dropping down in the chat, but if I see people doing certain things that's so ignorant, when it's like, I know you should know better because you're a grown-ass person, I just start blocking them. I don't remember. I think it was Beyonce. I just started blocking people because I'm like, you're literally sitting up here disrespecting this person just because of what they look like, but then turn around and cry racism the next day. I didn't understand. I don't even want to. I don't want to deal with people like that because it's dumb as hell, and it's scary because I'm like, I'm gonna have kids. They're gonna be biracial, and this is the shit that they're gonna have to put up with, right? Like, what if somebody, I'm sure, in my head, I'm like, oh, I only have to worry about, white people. But it's like, no, you got to worry about your own people too. You got to worry about the black people rejecting them. Be like, you're not black enough. You can't be with us. Like that just blows my mind. That, I'm just being honest with y'all. That blows my mind. And I'm definitely a fan of you go where you're celebrated, not tolerated. I'm never going to beg somebody to be my friend. I'm never going to beg somebody to be in their presence. I know that I'm awesome and my presence is awesome. And I'm not going to beg you. The fuck? You should have overcharged that person that called you dark. And it was so crazy. They weren't even saying like, oh, you have dark skin. No, they were trying to use that as a descriptor for who I was as a people group. And I was like, no, that is not what you say. That is, and then it had gotten so bad. The person, when they disrespected me in the session, they were like, oh, there's so much I wish I could tell you to give it more context. They were like, what did they say? Oh, damn, I forgot now. It was something else that they said when I was like, that is not appropriate. That is not appropriate to identify any person of, color. And they really doubled down and was like, basically like, well, I don't understand. Like, you're dark, so why can't I just say that? And I was just like, what the fuck is like, am I in the Twilight Zone? It was crazy. Listen, you know what the crazy part is, Cloud Bussin'? That person was on a sliding scale, okay, through the agency. This is why I got my own business now, because I don't even have to deal with that. Like, it was just when if you knew what that person was paying for the terror that they were putting me through, you would laugh. Okay, I don't got to worry about that now because I charge my own prices. But it's like, what? Miss Venus said, I guess my only issue about the biracial thing, which I have a biracial family members, it's like, why are they called black when they're just as much white as they are black? And I agree with that. So here's the thing, Miss Venus. I think I've noticed different things. I think if somebody wants to be called biracial, that makes the most sense to me because then they don't have to feel like they're choosing. That's who they are. They're biracial. Some biracial people, though, identify as one side more than the other. So I've met biracial people who are biracial, but they identify more with, let's say they're black, right? Or they might identify more with their Hispanic side or whatever. And so, again, I think it's up to that person. I think it's up to that person to identify with whatever side they want, still knowing, hey, you're biracial, right? But I think the biggest issue I have is when it's like you can't win. Black people will hear somebody say I'm biracial and then they'll get mad and be like, oh, you don't want to be black. You're calling yourself biracial. It's like you can't win. But then when you say you're biracial, when you say you're black, then there's a subset of people that's like, no, you can't. You're not one of us. Like, it's hard. Like, it's crazy. It is so crazy. It's crazy to me. Like, to me, I'm like, I love being black. Yes, there's things that come with that, but it's like, damn, you wouldn't think that there's so much attached to all of that for biracial people. But when I see the way people behave, I'm like, yo. Yeah, I think it's very interesting. It's very, very interesting. But let me see if I had missed anything here. There's something I want to tell you about that client, but it has slipped my mind to come back to. Miss Alfreda said, my daughter refers to her biracial children as black. Yeah, a lot of people do. Some people are that's just how they identify, right? And it's much easier for them when they especially look like the people group that they want to most identify with, right? So, and then sometimes, like, for example, I have a friend who I went to college with, and she's Dominican. But when I first met her, I actually thought she was biracial. I thought she was half black and half white. She didn't seem Dominican to me. And then when you see the rest of her family, they look completely different. So it's like, you never know, right? You can't always tell by looking at somebody. Joanna said, my husband is biracial, but he identifies as black. My kids have the heat because their last name is Hispanic. I have 2 bright and 1 dark skin. Yeah, that's the other thing, The same thing with my friend. She looks different than her siblings, right? And I think, was it Binge or Clyde Bussin that said earlier, it also depends on what area you're from, right? Because some people go by the 1 drop rule and they're like, well, if you're part black, you're just black, right? And then some people are like, well, they're going to go by what you look like. But now people are just more likely to say, well, I'm biracial. You know what I mean? I think more people are saying that. And then there's still people who identify with one group or the other. But yeah, I don't know, it's very interesting to watch. Miss Venus said a lot of them that I experienced look down on people that are fully black. It's unfortunate, and that's true too, Miss Venus. And let me say this: for biracial people who are like that, if people have a problem with them and the way they behave, I don't take any issue to that. Those type of biracial people, whatever smoke they get, I don't feel bad because you're turning your nose up at people and acting like they're better, right? And to me, that's a different case. That's a different situation. But I'm talking about people that's like, for example, the other day I was reading LSA, and there was this thread about Holly Berry referring to herself as a black woman, and I'm like, Holly Berry been referred to herself as a black woman, even though Holly is biracial. She's always referred, as far as I know, maybe I'm wrong, you guys correct me. And so there were people in the chat like literally chewing her out, like, oh, when did she become black? She doesn't know our struggles. And I'm thinking, like, isn't Holly Berry in her 50s now? She looks really good, but isn't she like in her 50s? I'm like, this lady has lived through a different time, and she's probably had to deal with a whole bunch of shit in Hollywood. Okay. Because we know, even when you, what did Lovely T say, exotical? I don't even think that's a word. Even when you look exotical, okay, the fact that you got a little bit of extra melanin in your skin, they still gonna get you. They still gonna mess with you. Ms. Venus said, now Holly Berry would be more a black woman to me versus Mariah Carey. Absolutely, I agree with you. Who is mixed as well, but she can't tell because she's white passing. And I don't even think I don't think Mariah identifies as a black woman. Does anybody know? Yeah, thank you, Chocolate Bay. That's what I said. I'm like, now y'all acting brand new. Like, just say you hating on the lady. Just say you mad because you don't look like her, and let's get it over with. Stop trying to act like, she's just now trying to act like she's black. What? It's crazy. Alfreda said, I always saw her as black. Me too. Okay, she's been in a lot of movies. Like, Holly Berry is not Tiger Woods. Remember Tiger Woods? When I was growing up, Tiger Woods got a lot of heat because I don't know if this is true or not, but Tiger Woods presented as the type of person who he didn't even want to identify as. It seemed like he didn't want to like take any type of ownership for his black side. I don't know if that's true or not. Now I'm reevaluating that, because was that an attempt for black people to be mad because he didn't say he was black instead of biracial? So I don't know, but y'all remember. And then when Tiger Woods got into all that trouble and he got beat up by his ex, a lot of people in the black community were like, good luck. They didn't care, So I don't know. It's very interesting. There's so many people. The list goes on and on and on that we can come up with of people. And then there's the reverse of that. So Giselle, I don't remember her last name. I think she's a housewife. I don't remember which one. Potomac. I don't really watch those shows, so I don't know. But she said she got a lot of people saying she's biracial, and she's not. She's black. She's just a light-skinned black woman. And it sounds like it annoys her because she's like, people are always insisting that she's biracial, and she isn't. Joanna said, Tiger Woods is a Ken, not a Karen. Not a Ken. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Yo, Tiger did not age well. He did not age well, y'all. Miss Venus said the same with Tia and Tamara. Yeah, that's right. They're biracial too. I forgot. But I see a lot of black people discredit Tamara because of her husband, which is also unfortunate. Miss Venus, they stay trying to tell people who to be with, honey. It's crazy. It's so, oh my gosh, it's so crazy. And which one of them is more liberal? Isn't one of them like a lot more progressive than the other one? I don't know. People be hating. Clyde said, I think biracial, any and all combinations should be recognized, i.e. census, as their own group. That used to be the case in the US back in the day. Yep, I agree. I agree with you. You know what else irritates me? I'm not going to talk about it too much, but I'm just going to say it. Years ago, I got into an epic argument with one of my white friends because he burst into the cafeteria and he was so excited. And he was like, oh my gosh, Tamar, did you know that the census is now going to have white Hispanic and black Hispanic? And I was just like, that's problematic. Why do they need to make that differentiation? Within an entire family unit, Like, for example, the friend that I told you about, my Dominican friend, her parents would probably be considered Black Hispanic. And what would she be? White Hispanic because she's fair skinned? Like, there's so many things that they use to divide and to separate people, and people don't see it. And I was trying to tell this white person, like, look, I think this is wrong. I'm not a Latino person, but I think this is messed up. I think this is just another way to cause divide. And we got into an epic argument. And then I finally cussed him out. I was like, you're white. You don't understand. Goodbye. And I was so mad. I was like, you're sitting up here telling me I should be excited. You're white. You just check white off on the box. And he was telling me I should be excited about the white Hispanic, Black Hispanic. Why? I don't know. Anyway, that's a different topic for a different day. It's advantageous because can show their power and influence in politics, buying power, etc. There's not a box to accurately represent them. The other box is disrespectful. That's a good point too, Clyde Buston. You're right. She's right. Bench said others trying to put the identity crisis on people. Exactly. They're struggling with their own stuff, and then they try to project it onto others. Bench, preach it. Hey, Stiggs, thank you so much. Joanna said, now they have other or prefer not to answer on the census. You know what, Joanna? It's crazy because when's the last time I did the census? I don't even remember. I did do the Canadian one, but I don't know how long, because it's not often, right, in the States. But I remember seeing that, and I'm just like, wait, I don't know how I feel about that either. But whenever I'm gonna tell y'all this, for a long time when I would apply to jobs, before they could meet me, if I was in person, I didn't care. I would check Black. If it was a job that I'm applying to online, I always check other or prefer not to answer, because I'm like, no, I want you to meet my ass, because if you meet me, you're gonna hire me. But if you see Black, you're gonna act a damn fool. Okay, that I'm just keeping it real. Like, if it was in person, of course, but because I'm like, well, why they claim they use it just to gather information? I don't trust people. Six Girls said biracial. I think most people identify as the culture this most identify with. Yeah. Absolutely. So, I'm just tired of these hypocrites. They just want to call people certain names whenever they're disgruntled with them. Okay. Disrespecting people, referring to them as the white lady, even though they're biracial. And, where is the proof of racism? Where is the proof that this person is racist? I would like to see that. Okay. Because once again, those people that are crying racism are the same people who hate and tear down Black people every goddamn day. Okay. I don't want to hear it. Clyde said, Joanna, right? Tiger let us know he said he was not Black. That was for the folks in the back. I won't mention them serving him watermelon and chicken when he won the Masters. Y'all are bad. Lord of mercy. Just Blaze said, hi, hey, Just Blaze. All of this gets on my nerves. We're all supposed to be the same, but the categories got subcategories and the let me read this again. Okay. We're all supposed to be the same, but the categories got subcategories and the micro categories. Now, celebrating our heritage is one thing, but we all are just human. Facts on facts on facts. I'm all here for celebrating our heritage. I'm here for it. But I do think a lot of those things are meant to divide. Like, at the end of the day, it was one human race. And then, people concocted a way to separate and to quantify and all this other stuff to people. And we see where it's gotten us. Okay. We still see where a lot of us, people of color, are second-class citizens. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, and there's even people now who try to they minimize things. And they try to make it seem like, oh, it's not as bad as it is, or there's no racism. I met somebody here, I think it was a couple years ago, and they were like, oh, do you want to go to coffee? And I was like, I like to meet new people. And I was really excited to go to coffee with them. And then I saw them again, and I think it was after the George Floyd stuff happened. And there was a part of me that was mad, but then I also felt bad for them, because I'm like, okay, this is really pathetic. So she's German, and she said to me, and she's a young person, this isn't like an older person. She said, oh my gosh, I've been paying attention to the news. I didn't know racism still existed. Face palm. And I was like, oh, hell no, I'm not going to coffee with you now. Like, this is a waste of my time. Like, you're at least 28, 30. And if you are sitting up here telling me you didn't even know racism still existed, sweetie, and you from Germany, bruh, we're not going to coffee. Okay. And that coffee date still has not happened. Like, curve. Like, I was like, why would I want to be friends? And I have all type of friends, some different cultures, different races. I love being with all kinds of people. I love being with Black people, and I love to be with other people. And I was like, this. I'm at a place in my life where there's just certain people I'm just not even going to be bothered with. Okay, I don't need a bunch of new friends. So if you're on a baseline level of, you know, racism, I'm just realizing racism is real. Do you understand as a Black person how much fucking work you're gonna be? If you're just now in 2020 telling me you just figure out that racism exists, I was like, oh no, we're not going to no, no, ma'am. It's ridiculous. So anyway, Miss Venus said they also judge Black people on how urban their name is. Yes, they do. I used to feel bad. I had a friend, I swear, I'm not even making this up. Her name was Shaniqua. Okay, brilliant. She was brilliant. And I remember her saying, you know, I want to go on to get my PhD. And she said she was going to change her name because she said she feels like this is going to get in the way. And it made me sad. Like, it just made me so sad. I've never heard anybody say that, but they do. They judge urban names. Like, it's so messed up. And then we got people out here tap dancing and shucking and jiving, like Raymond Simone talking about some. If your name is Watermelisha or whatever she said, I'm not going to hire you, bitch. Bye. It's a shame that many miss out on job opportunities due to the name they didn't choose. I know, it's horrible. It's horrible. Six Girl says, Tiger, I always felt that Blacks wanted something great to identify with. Yep. So when he didn't call himself just Black, but Caucasian, it was a form of rejection for many. Yes, people did feel rejected, Sticks, and I agree with you. They did, and it was the way he did it. It was like, well, damn. Like, now, listen, it's crazy. People were like, nope. That's why when he went through his stuff, they were like, you shall overcome. She lucky, I guess. Just Sticks Girl. Thank you so much, Sticks Girl. Thank you, love. But I was just like, I don't got time. I'm like, why? I can't have a friend like you. You're very nice, but you're going to be way too much work than I want to sign up for. Child, folks, they don't even know if racism still exists. When I tell you, I did not know if I wanted to like shake her, be upset. I know I felt disappointed for sure. I was disappointed, but I was like, I can't do this. We're never going to be cool. Like, I'm never going to have a close relationship with you because you're literally starting at ground zero. I don't have time for that. Matter of fact, this might sound messed up, okay? Because I do have a lot of white friends too. I don't even deal with certain white friends if they're starting at a baseline of if they say certain things, I'm like, I don't have the emotional energy anymore to teach people. Back in my 20s, I would like school people, I would do all kinds of stuff. I'm exhausted, guys. I am fucking exhausted. It is 2021. If you haven't been paying attention, I am not going to give you the lesson. You're going to need to find out yourself. I don't got time. I'm not saying there's not things that come up that we teach each other or things that you learn being in a relationship or friendship with different people. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about you got to have you got to come to me with a certain baseline. Otherwise, you're going to be draining as hell, and I'm going to have to put up with your microaggressions, and I don't got time for it. I don't. If you start with the microaggressions, if you say dumb shit, I just don't even, we're not going to be friends. We could be acquaintances. We're not going to be close friends. I have enough of them. Okay. Thank you. There it is. Bam. Read it or Google it. Okay. And it's no shade. Okay. But it's like, bro, like, I don't have time to be teaching you shit. It is 2021. Open your eyes. Clyde Buston said, child, folks. Oh, wait, I read that one. Sorry. I just don't have time. Like, the very person that will say all kinds of offensive things and then will blank stare you like you should have sucked it up. And listen, I do tests with people. I be doing tests, okay? And, you know, because some people will come into your life and they just want to have a Black friend or a friend that's different than them. Okay. You got to bring a little bit more to the table than that. Can you have a discussion about something outside of what you believe in and people that you're constantly around? If you can, if you get uncomfortable, if you try to be like, oh, can't we just all get along? Like, let me tell you, I had this one friend at work, my old job, and I think she was Mexican and white, but she actually, like, you can't even tell. She looks like Mexican. And I was so excited because I was like, oh yeah, it's great to have like somebody else here, that's a person of color, even though she's biracial. And we were talking about racism one day. We have to go to a meeting in the city once a month. And so we would carpool. And so I was like, I intentionally brought some stuff up just to see what she would say. So I said something, and it was real light. And I said to her, like, oh, something about racism or whatever. I don't remember what I said, something very basic. And she came back with the whole all lives matter bullshit. And she didn't realize I was testing her, right? She didn't realize that was my way of gauging how savvy are you as it relates to Black people, people of color, marginalization. Let me tell you something. Just because somebody is Black or a person of color, that don't mean that they're paying attention and understand the issues. I've had Black friends who say, oh, I haven't really experienced racism. And it's like, it's crazy. I'm like, dogs, you Blacker than me. You a motherfucking lie. Like, it's just crazy. Like, when I hear people say stuff, it's like, you're not paying attention. I'm not saying you should look for racism behind every bush and things like that. That's not what I'm saying. But you need to be paying attention. You need to be paying attention. Even if you're not directly experiencing that, that's wonderful. But you should be paying attention. What about the other people? I know it's people in your family that experience that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. Okay, I'm lost my spot because I was running my mouth. Miss Venus said, nope, I read that one. Sorry, I'm so behind, guys. I got a little excited and then I lost my spot here. Oh, okay, I'm at binge. An employer emphasized the Blacks couldn't wear hair color. I'm getting triggered, binge. I don't know if I can read the rest of this comment. An employer emphasized the Blacks couldn't wear hair color. Most of the white managers had rainbow colors in theirs. The Blacks push back. They better push back. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell y'all this, okay? When I was still in the States, I worked at this one place in Philly, and I loved that job. I learned a lot from that job. And there was two supervisors. One of them, she seemed cool and understood things, but they were both white. And there was this other one, and she was always just like, she was nice, but she was just real extra. She was super blonde and super thin, and she was just like, gave me like sorority chick vibes, right? This is who's in the club and this who isn't in the club. And I remember when I came to the department, I clearly did not look like anybody else. Not just because I was one of the few people of color, but I had a twist out. I was not trying to like go with your Eurocentric standards of beauty. And I remember I wasn't the first person there who had natural hair. There was somebody there before me. One of my friends, actually, she used to work there. And what did she say? She said something one day. I don't remember what she said. And I responded in a way that was like, I think I had my hair different or something. And she was like, oh, Tamar, I love when your hair is like that. But it wasn't like, oh, it was like, clearly it was a different hairstyle than my untamed fro. And ever since she said that, I never wore that hairdo again. I rocked my twist out, on my braid out, on my bantu knot out. And it was blackity black from there on. Because I'm like, bitch, you're not finna tell me what to do with your shade, okay? You're not finna tell me that I need to look like you to get I don't need your approval. Get the fuck out of here. And she never said shit to me again. Anyway, I never had any employers say anything, but I'm like, if I did, I would sue you. I would sue somebody if they told me you can't wear braids. Okay. You can't, what? That's discrimination. My teaching tolerance is a thing of the past. No more. Yes. At the end of no, me too. Clyde Buston, I'm tired. Listen, my husband, I feel very lucky. My husband is white. Okay. And he came in at like Black people, 500, and people of color 500. He's in the AP class, okay? I don't have time. I don't have time to be giving you baby steps and fucking Legos about marginalization, racism, intersectionality. Man, I have no time for them the things. If you can't do the research yourself, if you can't say, let me go understand somebody else, I do that. I moved to Canada. Okay, I've never been around so many indigenous or aboriginal people before, and I'm learning. I'm trying my best to learn about their culture, to learn about their struggles. I'm doing that work. I'm not waiting for an indigenous person to come teach me, this is what you need to learn about me. These are my struggles. This is how the government sucks. This is the racism that we face. No, it's my job to do that, especially as a therapist. It is my job. So it's the same thing for everybody else. I'm not sitting here, teaching people. Like, I don't got time. You want to be my friend? You have to come in with a baseline knowledge of, beyond, I didn't even know racism existed, honey. Like, what the fuck? It's dumb. Anyway, Miss Venus said, in my profession, I get a lot of white men that randomly tell me how black men should comply with the police. Child, triggered. Miss Venus, I'm sending you positive energy, sis, because that would be triggering to me. But claim they're not racist. Oh, don't you just love that qualifier? I be having to meditate to keep myself from snapping. Sis, let me tell you, that meditation, she's not lying. Y'all better take notes. Sometimes you can't respond and react to people. Okay? Sometimes you can't tell somebody they need to never come back to your office. You, depending on your profession, you may have to deal with all kinds of people, and you have to have the emotional regulation to deal with it. And one of those ways is she's spot on. She's spot on. Do your meditation, because let me tell you, people will try to trigger the hell out of you. They will come to you with bullshit like that. I'm not trying to be racist, but why do indigenous people drink so much? Maybe if your people didn't commit genocide against them, maybe they wouldn't drink that much. I actually said that to somebody one day. I just said, well, and they know who I was talking about. I was like, well, if I went through genocide and my land was stolen, I'd probably be drinking a lot too. They got quiet. Anyway, Miss Venus, listen, send her some good vibes, okay? Because listen, we got to deal with all kinds of people. Same thing in my work, okay? People say stupid stuff, and that's why I know that client was a special case, because typically, you have to handle things a certain way, but this person was blatantly disrespectful. They were telling me to my face, "Nah, we're not going." Hey, Bubbles. Well, finally an adult conversation in this sector. Thank you, Bubbles. That means a lot. Just Blaze said, Miss Venus, I would respond with, white men should pay reparations to descendants of slaves. Wait. Cause trauma in our DNA tells us if you comply or not. Okay, listen. You still die. The nerve of them. Listen, that is all facts. That is all facts right there, okay? Tell it, Just Blaze. Okay, yep. We're going to clap it up, okay? Let's put that back up there, because that's serious. That is serious stuff, guys. That could be a whole separate live within itself. Miss Venus said, Clyde Bustin and Just Blaze, it's a lot of boldness for sure. I keep quiet because sometimes they say things to trigger you, but I don't give them the attention they're looking for. And that's another thing. I absolutely agree. When people are trying to trigger you. Sometimes you're in a position you could say slick shit back. But if you're on the job, you might not be able to. Okay? I had a lady when I first moved here. She was the only person I met like this, like in that community where I used to live. And, I was just walking through. I don't even know how to describe it. Anyway, I was walking through and she was there with her horses. And this lady going to talk about so where are you from? Oh, I moved here from the States. Oh, but where are you really from? And I'm thinking, like, if I was white, would this lady be asking me this? Where am I really from? And I was like, well, actually, I was born in Jamaica. And then she kept saying, no, before I told her I was born in Jamaica, she's like, what's your culture? Like, she was just digging. And I was like, Black. And then she kept asking me the same question. I said, progressive. Okay. I just kept saying all kinds of stuff just to trigger the fuck out of her. Because I'm like, lady, you clearly have an agenda and you got the right one, baby. Okay. Sticks Girl said, facts. I used to rock my natural. I wish they would make an issue about how my hair grows out of my head. Exactly, Sticks Girl. I've been waiting, sis, but the universe said no. Okay. I guess the universe was like, nope, that's not how you're going to make your millions tomorrow. I was like, because I would read so many stories about Black women and Black men. It's not just Black women, Black men, if they have dreads and stuff, and horrible things. Horrible. I will never fire first in a workplace, but I always fire back. Okay. I'm a human resources nightmare. Just Blaze. But Miss Venus, I understand keeping it cute. Yes, it just depends on where we are, right? Like what you can get away with. Miss Venus, bless you, sis. I stand in unison with you. Yes, same here. Same here. Thank you, Clyde Bussin. And oh yes, most people know what buttons to push. They sure do. Meditation is key. I sage my place daily. Oh, Miss Venus, I gotta step up my sage game. Okay. One thing I know that helps me for sure, I think I've said this before, is if I've had, even if I already had 2 showers that day, if I had a long day of clients, I have to take another shower before bed. I just feel like it just helps me to reset because I swear we take people's energy home. And I'm like, I don't care how many showers I've had today. I'm about to go back in the shower and just reset. I can't, if I go to sleep, I just toss and turn. It's weird. Does that happen to anybody else? I'm like, oh no. Clyde said, Just Blaze, yes, pull out a Owen Diaz awarded 137 million from Tesla racist payout. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Don't let these people get away with this shit. The problem is, I truly believe that all adults know the difference between what's offensive and what's not. I do too, Miss Venus. A lot of times, people just say ignorant things to get under your skin. Bingo, which is why I dropped that client and never looked back. Okay. And I knew she was mad. She wanted to be my troll. Some people want to be your personal troll, guys. There's a lot more to the story that I cannot tell you. Some people want to be your personal troll, and there's different ways that we can combat that. We don't give them a reaction. There's a lot of ways to sidestep that. Just Blaze said, needless to say, I've held 50-11 jobs. They always find a way to get. Listen, it's because you don't let people walk over you, and I'm here for it. Don't be somebody's rug. Hey, Miss A. Hey, Pressure. Been watching from the bushes. Good to see you on camera. Thanks, love. Miss Mina said a lot of vitamin D3 and ashwagandha. Love me some ashwagandha. Helps as well. I tell people if you're an empath like me, staying calm is a huge game changer. Yes, because they feed off your energy. She's right. Never match their energy. Always preserve yours. I'm going to read that again because it was a lot of gems, guys. It was a lot of gems. A lot of vitamin D3 and ashwagandha helps as well. I tell people if you're an empath like me, staying calm is a huge game changer. Never match their energy. Always preserve yours. Y'all better get your notebooks out. Miss Venus dropping gems. Hey, AT2, thanks for being here. Shout out to AT2. Miss Venus, also rhodiola is good. It's a good adaptogenic herb along with ashwagandha. Listen, empaths, you know the importance. You have to do extra. Okay. Some of us can't just meditate. We got to do all the things. All right. AT2, how you feeling, love? Miss A said, that name though. Listen, Clap Bustin' be having me cracking up all the time. Just Blaze said, Miss Venus, thank you for the tips. Miss Venus said, you're welcome, Just Blaze. Yes, those are some gems, y'all. Those are some gems. Like, you got to take care of yourself. Okay, because people will, I'm doing good, I'm hanging in there. We're sending you good vibes, love. We see the demons trying, but we're sending you good vibes. Okay, you're good. You'll be good. Sometimes people try to put us on the chopping block. You guys send AT2 some love. Okay. Miss A said, Miss A, it's good to see you too, child. She had a discount grade. Boom, boom. Not the discount grade, boom, boom. She ain't lying though. Listen, Clyde Bussin. Listen, the best part about Clyde Bussin is that Clyde Bussin's name is so ratchet, but if you look through the comment section, Clyde Bussin has some of the most insightful comments you will come across. This shit is hilarious. But anyway, Clyde Bussin be dropping gems. Don't sleep on Clyde, y'all. Okay. You should do an energy law of attraction live. Oh my gosh, I'm writing that down. That is an excellent idea. I love that. I definitely will. I love it. Oh, this reminds me, guys. I am so sorry. I was supposed to do the Kabbalion live this week. We're supposed to start it. I have been so busy this week, I did not finish my reading. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually set a date. I have to give myself deadlines because I get out of control. I'm going to set a date and schedule it, and that's going to be when we have it, so I can do my reading. So I apologize. Um, Miss Venus, Clyde Bustin is a sweetheart. It's true. It's true. Clyde Bustin be dropping them gems. Don't let that name fool you. Okay, it's a troll page. It's a troll page, but it's a troll. She's not a troll. Okay, she be dropping gems. We all need to focus on getting Just Blaze a business, so she just can't get fired anymore. Okay, facts, Clyde Bustin. We don't want you to. We want you to soar. Okay, and succeed. Yes, we do. Okay, and you know what? Just Blaze is my shiro because I'm definitely a firm believer. Is some people think they can walk all over you, and I just don't think people should be allowed to do that. Fuck them. I'm currently reading Ask and It's Given by Esther. Ooh, Esther Jerry Hicks. You know what? I've heard of Esther Hicks. She has a lot of like guided meditations and stuff on YouTube, right? I'm writing that down too. This is why I love my people because y'all be dropping some gems. Okay. But yeah, oh my gosh, we talked about so much stuff, guys. I was like, we just talked about so much stuff. But yeah, people try to trigger the hell out of you. That client, when I tell you, I wish I can tell y'all more because she tried it. She was a troll. She was trying to troll me. And I actually talked to one of my best friends about it. She's not a therapist now. She stopped doing therapy work, but she was an excellent therapist. And when I told her the story, she was like, "Oh yeah, Tamar, she's trying to trigger the hell out of you." Like, it's child. I dealt with that person for a year, guys. A year. Listen, and then I said, "No more. Be gone, Satan." Anyway, let me stop. But because I like a challenge. I don't give up easily on challenges, but some people you have to cut them loose. Some people you got to cut them loose, guys. Don't do it. So that's what I have for my notes. I'm gonna just look it over one more time because y'all do know I love my notes. Okay. Once again, the whole topic we talked about initially was how there's a lot of Black people who willfully tear each other down, try to ruin each other's businesses. I would love to see us get to a place where we can support each other. I could be like, yo, Reed, let me get like 5 of those, and then this person, let me get 2 of those, and then do a giveaway. That is how I had envisioned things. But when I see the way people do stuff, and Reed, she doesn't dox customers, but there's people that I'm like, I don't even want to do stuff with you because y'all stay doxing. How can I trust to send people your way? So it's just certain people that I'm like, I don't know. Only certain people I would work with. But I'm definitely all about supporting other people, especially other women. We gotta support each other. And especially when you have your own business, we need to support each other, guys. You know what I'm saying? Miss Venus adding to our must. Yes, I wrote it down. Miss Venus said, I have so many good books. I mainly read spiritual self-improvement books. I love spiritual self-improvement books. Read The Secret by Rhonda Byrne too. Ooh, I've heard of that, but I haven't read that one. Look at me writing down stuff. But I just don't understand doxing at all. Why is it necessary to know someone's life that you don't know? Thank you, Miss Venus. I don't understand it. And I do think a component is the humiliation. I think that people love to humiliate other people. And a lot of people don't have stuff going on in their life, right? So they just figured, well, how can I ruin somebody else's life? Let me dox them, let me do this. AT2, where we got to get back. We're gonna get back into the book club soon over here. But Miss Venus just dropped a couple. I need to just do a list of self-help stuff because I've read a lot of self-help books too, and I love it. It's my thing. If you want a book that's like it has a bunch of gems. It's not. I think it has some spiritual stuff, but it's mostly like life gems. It's a big book, but it's not something you have to read cover to cover. It's Tools of the Titan. I'm looking at it now on my shelf by Tim Ferriss. Tim Ferriss is amazing. Okay. And there's all kinds of stuff in there about different aspects of your life, tips and tools. Miss Venus screenshotting. Thank you. AT2 said, I don't like the doxing, but I will say there's a lot of people behind avatars exposing people. And that's the irony, AT2. It's crazy because there's people who, you're absolutely right. Some of the people doing that are the people, they don't even show their face. Make it make sense. I'm like, we don't even have a picture of you. Like, what? I don't understand. It's humiliation. It's the humiliation. AT2 Atomic Habits. Ooh, listen. This is screenshot worthy. I don't even, because it's going to take me too long to write this, but I already see some of these titles, and yes, these are on point. you can heal your life. Is that's the what is that lady named? Louise Hay. That's a good one. You can find that one online actually, the PDF. You might not even have to buy it. Yes, the spirit seven spiritual laws of success. Excellent. I actually had that too. That's Deepak, right? Deepak Chopra. Hey, I'm humbly melanated. I'm listening while multitasking. My favorite thing. My favorite thing. Yay! Thank you, Chocolate Bay, for joining. Shout out to the Chocolate Bay. Oh my goodness, you're amazing. I got to keep getting my membership content together. Shout out to the Chocolate Bay, man. Just Bay said, "Oh, thank you, Clyde, but I actually have a couple of businesses I'm growing." Yes, it's a process. So sometimes a bitch got to work to fund the vision, and it's so true. You know what's crazy? Just Blaze. That's why I was able to switch over full time this year. Before I was working, also I was still working, for other people like part time, and then I was able to get to that place. And you will get there. You will. Sometimes you have to do that. It's too risky sometimes to just start. Um, it's just to just start from scratch and be like, okay, yes, this is it, because it could take you a while to get to a place. But yeah, that's a great idea. I definitely support people going to business. You guys, like, man, I would never look back. Hope even if you can only do it part time, it's so rewarding to make your own money. It's really rewarding. Hopefully my card works next month. Stop it, Chocolate Bay. Chocolate Bay on some bullshit. He know he lying. Yeah, Joker. But guys, let me tell you, I love talking to y'all. These type of conversations feed my soul. Thank you for being here. I appreciate y'all so much. I'm definitely gonna do that live energy law of attraction. Y'all know that's right up my alley. I'm here for it. So that's an excellent idea, Miss Venus. I stay with my herbs on deck. Yes, Zion movements. Listen, that's some good stuff too. Okay, it's some good stuff too. Welcome, AT2. Thank you, love. Miss Venus said, reading is so good for the mental. I read at least 20 pages of book daily. Miss Venus, you sound so disciplined. Oh, I just need like a fraction of that. Usually more, but that's my non-negotiable minimum. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna set a number of pages a day and start with that. I like that. And then I can work towards that. Because I really do love to read, but I am not disciplined in my reading unless like I had no, okay, I got book club. I gotta read, bam, I gotta do these chapters. So those are great tips. Clyde Buston said, just please keep us updated on your progress. Much success to you forever. Yes, amen. We're sending you love and light, Just Blaze. Okay, we want you to get mad sales, whatever it is that you're doing. Okay, we want it to flourish and we want you to be prosperous. Okay, we're sending you those good vibes. I'm here for it. I am here for it. Okay, and like I said, I'm serious about that. In the future, if people become serious about if people become comfortable about sharing their businesses, I am happy to support you guys. Okay, especially people that I see in my chat and stuff. I'm happy to support you. I'm happy to be like, yo, let me get like, let me do one of this for a giveaway, anything like that. So if you're comfortable with that, feel free to email me. I will never dox you. I will never dox your customers. Okay. I like literally my job is about confidentiality. Okay. So yes. So I want you guys to feel comfortable with that. The only barrier for me is because of the different like countries, sometimes shipping costs an arm and a leg, but I'm definitely willing to support people here and there. So, feel free to email me. Okay. I know I think Binge also has a business. So I would love, yeah, and I know, especially if it's like spiritually related and things, I'm here for it. Anyway, let me stop running my mouth. Okay. So that will help because that will help because you don't have to read it all at once. Exactly. No, that's good. That's how you build the discipline. I love it. Thanks so much, y'all. You're welcome, love. We mean it. Pressure cooker, would you consider natural hair skin life? Absolutely. I'm ready. See, this is what I love. Like when you guys request stuff, it's so much better because then I know people are looking forward to it. I'm writing these down and then I'm going to plan the content for it. And also feel free to like send me other things or write in the comments, whatever you want. Read Atomic Habits that will program your mindset. I need to do that. I had that on my list and I never got around to it. I need to do it. I don't have that one. I have to order it. So what's your email? Oh, I'm just going to type it in here. I don't do no doxing, y'all. And you know what's crazy? I used to have a PayPal, and then it took me a while to realize, like, wait, if you do PayPal, people can see your real name. And I never worried about that before. But then again, the red meat sector, honey, you learn a lot of things. So be careful. But yeah, like I said, I don't do that kind of foolishness. Okay, that's not me at all. Anyway, guys, I love y'all. Big up to the members, the Chocolate Bay, Miss Venus. Okay, I appreciate y'all so much. Yes. I hope you guys have a super fabulous Friday. Thank you for being here with me. This means a lot. I'm gonna get myself together, see if I can catch Peace Loves Live, and then make some dinner. I'll make some Jamaican chicken soup. Yum. All right. Love y'all. Have a good weekend. I'll see you soon in a video. Bye, guys. Let me see if I can play my music. Let's see. Ciao. I'm a mess. Okay. And then I'll go off screen for a little bit. I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. Thank you, you too. Atomic Habits, I'm on it. Thank you, Just Blaze. That means a lot, sis. Thank you. Oh, Jessica B. Hey, love. That's all right. You can catch the next one or the replay. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by. Jessica B, do you have a channel? Because that's probably why I couldn't find you. Because I typed in just the 2 E's. Okay, so it's 3 E's 616. Let me write that down. I was looking for you and I was like, oh, I can't find her. I could have sworn she had a channel. Hey, Jay Don. Thanks for being here. You don't have to be in the bushes. You can drop down. Thank you. That means a lot. Thank you so much. I hope you have a good Friday. All right. Peace and blessings. Much love to everybody. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.